Hi everyone, this is a periodic update of the progress we've made on the devGaido application. Um, First of all, a few kudos and shout outs. Uh, Francesco and Kim have been awesome. Francesco's been supplying us with a lot of ideas and reviews of the work, uh, as a control to make sure that we're on track and that we're thinking of real world things. Kim has been the real development force. Most of the code that you see behind the app, Kim has developed. So thanks to both of them. It's been great teamwork. So where we're at as of the 4th of July 2017, changes over the past 24 hours. You can see we have a new devGaido logo with a nice compass needle in the O. There's a new hero image that really fits in better. It lets the white text of the page pop out a little bit more. And but at the same time, we wanted to retain the compass theme. So the other thing you'll notice, we've got some new action words and text to try to describe, what is it that we want to provide to our users, and what are they going to gain out of this. So those action words are basically the things that they will do using devGaido. They'll discover new technologies. They'll learn about those items, technologies, libraries, whatnot. They'll practice those, which is more of a micro thing. They'll practice specific aspects of those technologies, but then they'll also build, taking a holistic view, they'll use a number of tools, a number of the technologies they've learned to build apps. So it's really a very logical progression of what we're providing. So the other change that's been made over the past day or so is the new login dialog. So we'll click on that. Again, this is leveraging Auth0 to actually perform the authentication and to control the security. This afternoon, Kim embedded the new devGaido logo into that, so it's skinned, if you will, in our style. The functionality is still the same. It'll use either GitHub or Google as the authentication method. And as in prior iterations of this, once you've logged on, your main point of dealing with devGaido, your starting point, is really the dashboard. So it gives you metrics that describe, what have you accomplished, how many paths have you completed, courses and lessons. It allows you to review, what do you have in progress, and the middle card is always the lesson that you're currently on, and the one on the left, in this case there's only 2 lessons in this particular guide, or actually 2 courses. The one on the left would be the one you've just completed, the one you're working on now, and on the right, the one that's coming up. So the other change today is we've got some new highlighting on the navbar items. In addition to the orange underscore, we actually have a bolding. And then you'll note, once you've logged on, we now know what your avatar is. This avatar is from either GitHub or Google, depending on which one you use to authenticate. And when you click on it, you get a nice little pop-up menu with the ability to look at your profile or to go to logout. Profile has been reskinned to follow the defaults of the application, the UI, the look and feel. And so let's go back to the dashboard. So other than that, the app remains the same. When you click on a lesson, you get a preview of that lesson in the right-hand pane. This is actually the actual first screenshot of the first screen in that particular lesson. You have the lesson information on the left-hand side, the option to start the lesson or complete it, or if you just want to, it's something interesting that you want to remember for later, you can bookmark it. The other thing that is in this release version, which has actually been here for about a week, is integration with Discourse so that you can actually comment. So I will note that the login comments only are valid when you're logged in. And we are putting in the disclaimers for the app that since we're using Discourse, that the comments you make are public information. So we're going to put in some warnings around don't put in personal identifying information in your comments. Be aware of that they could go or that they will be publicly accessible. So that is about it. What we'll do is we'll start a lesson right now. Again, like the last time, you note that it opens a new window and it goes right to that lesson page, that external lesson resource or learning resource. If you complete a lesson, you'll see it gives you a little check mark to note that it's completed. And if we go back to the dashboard, you can see that our completed lesson count was incremented. So that is about it for now. It is really coming along well. Every session we have, pair programming session, one of the things we mention is that it's starting to look like a real application. So with that, I'm going to close this out. Everyone have a happy 4th. And by all means, let us know if you have any suggestions or comments as we drive to that first MVP. I will say, just an aside, the first MVP, since we really don't have a lot of persistence in this yet, there's no database behind this. The first MVP is really all about UI, UX, and the functionality that the application offers. The second MVP will be all about persistence and the fact that it will retain information about your progress, the courses you're taking, the lessons you're taking, what you've completed. And we'll also most likely start driving down to add more content at that point as well. Again, at this point, we really only have our 6 paths that we've put in with a limited number of courses. So in any event, have a good day, and we will talk to you later. We'll have another update come probably this weekend.